Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Chapter 3, Section 3.1, Recursive Sequences. What we're going to be talking about a lot in this first part of our Chapter 3 is a lot of patterns. All right, so here's the vocabulary that we're going to be talking about today, and we're going to be dealing with this for the majority of the week. And so make sure you're getting this stuff written down and copied into your notes. And we'll start off right away with a couple different examples. So what we're going to do here is we're going to talk about recursive sequences, and in your vocabulary it showed you a recursive rule. Okay, all of our recursive sequences are written in rules, and that's what this first example is. Start at -4 and add 13. So this start at value represents our y values. Okay, so we have our table here that you're going to make. You're going to make one of these. Usually, either you're going to be given one or you're going to be asked to make one each time. Okay, and what happens is the start with value, that's where our x value is always 0. Okay, so when you see that start at or start with, that's when x is 0, we're going to start at -4 for our y values. Okay, and then when we go up 1 for x, that means we're going to add this amount that's given here, add 13. So that means our next value here is going to be 9. And we go, and we can continue on. For x is 2, we're going to add 13 to y. That gives us to 22. And then it continues going. We end up with 35 for the next one. Okay, and with these recursive sequences, they are patterns. Okay, and if we wanted to, we could fill out this table all the way through, and we could end up eventually finding big values for x for x and y. So if we say, hey, what's the value for when x is 6, okay, given that our rule is start at -4 and add 13, we're going to continue on with this pattern. This next one would be then 48. And then 61, and then we continue and we add 13 again, it becomes 74. Okay, so when x is 6, y is 74. All right, so that's this first example. That's how we're going to be graphing, or not graphing, but writing out these tables. Okay, now what also can happen is they can give us a table here like they do in example 2 and example 3, and we have to write out the rule. So our rule is always going to be start with, or start at, and we're going to fill in where our y value is at when x is 0, and then we have and add. It's always going to be add a certain value. Okay, so if we're looking here, we look at this next one here. We're going to start at, in this case, we're going to start at 4, +4, and then we look here, okay, this one goes from 4 to 9, okay, so that means it's going up 5. It continues to go up 5 each time, so we add 5, okay, and if we look at, so that would be for that second example, we look at the next one here, so we start at a certain value, and we're going to add another value. So we're looking here, we're going to start at, we look for where x is 0, start at 15. In this case, it's going from 15 to 12, so it's going to be adding a negative. So it's going to add -3. We don't say subtract. Our rule is always going to be an add. It's just that if it's a negative, we're going to say add a negative number. Is the try on your own problem. Make sure you're getting this recorded and finished onto your notes, as well as your summary written to determine what you learned over the course of the video. If you have any other questions, make sure you let me know, and have a good day.